So are you still wearing Yeezys, or are Yeezys still cool? It's kind of crazy to look back. It's actually been roughly about 3 years since Adidas and Yeezy ended their partnership, which it almost doesn't feel like that just based off the fact that Adidas has still been unloading inventory, but they left a lot on the table, their most successful brand collaboration of all time. But since navigating through that breakup, it seems like Adidas is just doing fine. But there is an interesting stat line, which I've referenced previously on stream, but I want to bring it up here again. So it says in 2019, Yeezy revenue, which of course Yeezy, they were a subsidiary of Adidas, they brought in $1.3 billion. When you compare that to Jordan Brand in 2019, which of course is under the Nike umbrella, they did in 2019 $3.1 billion. In 2020, Yeezy did $1.7 billion compared to Jordan Brand in 2020 that did $3.7 billion. So if you guys remember that Ye record which said Yeezy just jumped over Jumpman, well, they didn't quite jump over Jumpman, but based off the trajectory here, they damn near almost did. And I feel like if they would have kept things going, possibly would have, later on down the line. Because if you think about it, Jordan Brand was a well-established brand since '97, but Jordan Brand's ties with Nike go all the way back to the '80s, while Yeezy just got started in, I think, 2016 with Adidas, although they did have the Nike deal prior. Who knows, where they would have took things. A lot of great sneakers came about through that partnership, from the Wave Runner to the Foam Runner, 350 V2, and just so many more that I'm missing. But of course, we all know how that situation ended. And since then, other brands have emerged. We see like the trend with the retro runners. New Balance definitely been doing their thing. Other brands I can't just think of right now. But my question to you guys, with everything that happened and all that, are you still rocking Yeezys? I would love to know what you guys think down below. Are Yeezys still cool like that?
Do you still rock any Yeezys? I know, like, as a whole, Yeezys are, it ain't going to happen anymore, at least with Adidas and Yeezy. But do you still personally rock any Yeezys, or how do you feel about wearing them?
Yeah. I mean, I don't. I mean, I still rock my foam runners. I've rocked my Yeezy slides. I have a double up on the recent restock from the sand colorway. So I had to. The one that I wish I would double backed on was the Azarat. That was like one of my favorite colorways to drop on foam. So I don't mind it. I know there was a whole controversy with Adidas and Ye and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, it's like it is what it is,
Yeah.
Yeezy during its time was just such a peak time, especially when it comes to the sneaker culture. It was such a different time, because like, I mean, even before then it was like Ultra Boost, NMDs, Pharrell, and stuff like that before even Ye even came about. But like it's such a different time, because a lot of people definitely either had to like just move on to something else or kind of switch up with the brand. Now you hear people like, Yeezys are dead and no one rocks it. I'm like, no, people are still rocking Yeezys no matter what.
Like, yeah. I'm one of them. I wear them all the time.
950 boots, the Pirate.
Yeah.
I've been wearing these every day, yo.
What you been wearing?
Been wearing these every day.
Stop capping.
There you go.
Insulated.
Man, remember they were going for like $1,000 or something for a while? Maybe they still are. There's definitely a void in the whole scene, I feel like. I feel like there is still, even though New Balance and Saucony and Asics and all this stuff are starting to get more recognition, I still feel like Yeezy was just so big in this space. Like, there's still a void. There's still an emptiness that like needs to be filled with something.
So for me, I haven't bought a pair of Yeezys, honestly, in years. The last pair of Yeezys I bought, of course, I got the pods. But as far as the last Adidas Yeezy release that I bought would probably be like a pair of slides or something. Actually, yeah, it was those 450 slides, which I want to say were part of the first batch of Yeezy releases, after the partnership ended. That was back in like 2022 or something like that. But since then, I haven't really bought anything. When everything went on sale, I didn't buy anything else either. And honestly, nowadays, I really just find myself, as far as like the old Adidas Yeezy stuff, just rocking like my slides, my boots. For me, when it comes to Yeezy, like the thing that was so exciting and refreshing to me was just all the new styles that were dropping. Even when Yeezy was in the full swing of things and everything like that, I was still always just chasing whatever their newest drop was. And now that everything is over with as far as the Adidas partnership goes, I look at some of these styles as almost like old styles, even though they're still new and everything, especially compared to like the old stuff that Nike's been dropping since the 80s and everything like that. But for me, a lot of this stuff is kind of like old stuff now. So, I mean, I still love it, but at the end of the day, I really honestly just find myself rocking my slides and boots. Now, as far as sneakers that I'm rocking, I love my New Balance stuff, because for me, New Balance is like refreshing and exciting, because I never rocked New Balance, back in the day. So all that New Balance stuff is fun to me. Love what they're doing over there. But besides that, yeah, not really rocking too much of my Yeezy stuff. Did rock the pods from time to time. Still, they get a little bit of love, but I feel like the pod wasn't that like smash hit that we wanted them to be. But at the end of the day, I still feel like it was an effective release. But other than that, picking up a few Nike pairs here and there. Definitely love my AE ones when it comes to hooping like that. But are you guys still rocking Yeezy sneakers? I feel like that's the real, big topic here for this video. I would love to know what you guys think down below, because I feel like at the end of the day, even though they stopped dropping Yeezys, there's still this big huge market, and everybody still loves them styles, which I guess you could say are timeless and classic, and people are still going crazy chasing their Yeezys. We're seeing resale prices continuing to rise up. So honestly, there is going to be a void left after Adidas finishes off these batch of Yeezy releases, because I mean, of course, you got New Balance, which has been doing their thing. Other brands have been emerging, but they haven't been able to capture that same lightning in a bottle energy, that Yeezy did. And I feel like the only person that could really like live up to that hype would be Ye himself. But as far as like his independent stuff right now, it seems like everything's real quiet. So as for now, I feel like Yeezy is kind of in a stagnant place. But then again, 2025, you never know what to expect. And I feel like anytime Ye's ready to pop out and drop something new, the whole world be watching. Not saying everybody's gonna rock with it, but it definitely, people will take notice. So we'll see what happens. But of course, let me know, are you guys still rocking your Yeezys, and are Yeezys still cool? Comment down below. I'll catch y'all next time. Love. Huge thank you to Rafi for pulling up, you know what I'm saying? Streaming legend. We didn't get Kai this week, but we got the next best thing, so appreciate it.
Oh man, he's bigger than Kai. Forget about it.
Pause. Hey, yo.
Hey man, come on. Your brother don't know, bro.
Appreciate you, bro.
You don't
Bro,
know,
somebody
bro,
put unpopular opinion, but the Junipers are the most unique sneaker this year. I mean, that's not unpopular. They're definitely unique.
Oh, sure.
Most definitely unique.
This nigga's.
Wait, what do you say? You talking about the Soleil?
Yeah, I mean, of course they're unique. Like, there ain't nothing else looking like that.
I met Soleil. He's a good dude, but them shits are ass.
Don't worry, I'm a clip that.
There you go.
Honest opinion.
You know what's funny? My son, the other day, when my brother comes in town, I like showing him crazy shoes and getting his take on them. And I showed him those, but before my brother saw them, my son looked at them and he said, they look like they got brains on them. And he was talking about like the outsole on them, you know how it's got the fingerprint. My son was like, that looks like brains.